So welcome to races 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 here for Supercross 6 250 West Championship. As the first race of this goes underway as we're at Anaheim 3. As I try to do some first person action, which didn't go well. I was able to get a whole shot, which was like the only part that actually was good. Because as you see there, after I let them get their head start, I just could not write in first person. It was just not it. But I just wanted to throw it in there for people that like to watch it first person. It's definitely not for me. Supercross 1, 2, and I think MXGP 3 and Pro, I think are the only ones I could race with the helmet cam, and maybe even Encore, Supercross Encore, and Alive. I think also All Out, I think. I'm not sure. But we get up to 10th, with about halfway in this Anaheim 3 race, as we take Joe Shimoda up to the top 5 now, as we try to move that 98 out of the way. Now we got Christian Craig in front of us after he gets around me after I try to muscle our way through everybody. And then we get 2 for 1 so far, and then about, I think Craig and Thrasher's teammates, I think. Could be wrong. Also, I don't know who this Carson Brown is, but he's really giving me a challenge, that's for sure, in this race. And another thing I want to say about this race is I really like the jump across the start-finish line. Those jumps are like my favorite part of certain Supercross tracks. And then we're on the last lap. Absolutely mess up that section, but we are pretty far ahead from Thrasher and Blues. Blues? Blows? I think it was Blows. Chris Blows. I think that's how you pronounce that last name. Then we take the win in Anaheim 3. Now we're on to Seattle, where we're gonna give them a head start from the gate, which is a 20-second head start, which would eventually turn into 30 because of what you're gonna see here in a couple seconds from now. Right there, everything spawns in front of me. I try to like go through it, but you can't. I try to go around, that way didn't work. So eventually it lets me go. Then I think I hit tough block over here. Yeah, right there. And that made almost 35 seconds head start. So that really pushed me down. But I still somehow almost won this race, being that far back. Shows you how bad the AR are. Your AR just tells you that 5 minutes is enough time for me to win a race. So you see me get caught up by, or to the back of the pack with Sanford and Blackburn there. And the 162 and the 246. So we're butchering some sections real quick. And then Richard Taylor and the 141. Get the inside of Sanford. And now we're up to 8th with 54 seconds remaining. And this is where I thought, you know, I could at least get a top 5. I didn't think I was going to get the podium, but I realized right there that everybody is literally stacked up with each other and I could possibly win. But then I get held up by Falk there. And then we're coming to the white flag as the Lears has already taken the white flag. Okay, clean lap. Not my fastest lap. I think the last lap was my fastest lap, if I'm not mistaken, as we get pushed by Falk there, wide, and we're just getting absolutely slammed into. That's pretty much what made me lose the race, because everybody just kept slamming into me everywhere. Goodbye Moisman, and then Craig eventually. They take 4th, and I go off track, but I was able to get back on. That's also what kind of screwed me out of the win too, was that mistake there. But then we kind of used Craig up a little bit to make the berm, inside berm, so we could round that corner. Then we get around Brown, and I thought this was the only position I could get now. But then I see Thrasher absolutely screw up the triple, and then we eventually get 2nd. And now we get one of my least favorite tracks, Atlanta. Everybody hates Daytona, but I hate Atlanta. Just because this track's over on the ridge, and certain parts of the track are just abysmal. Especially that first turn. And then I gotta stop for them, try to get out of the way, make sure I don't get slammed. Then we continue to fight. That was a little bit like a dirt racing type thing. You like slide into the cushion, you get the traction back. Is really come up on somebody I haven't heard of this season. Yeah, Josh Osby, Well, we eventually get to him with 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. As Colt Nichols take the in the lead. And now we're making up to 12, getting around my team of Handmaker. Now we're behind Mitchell Falk, and then I crashed right there as we were trying to catch up to what eventually is going to be behind me. As later in this race we do get up into the top 3 and top 5, but we keep making these mistakes that I honestly forget that I even made. Do a scrub there, and jeez, I was wrecking a lot in this race. I still don't remember where I finished. Yeah, that time I felt like I had enough, but the game kind of cocked me out of that one. And as you see here in the last part of the race, I learned how to get through that section pretty decently. And this bridge here, where you just get sent off if you just hit it wrong. And then everybody don't know how to do the starting line jump for some reason. That's kind of weird. Now knowing that that's been happening through the whole season, actually, I'm just like, wow. Jet and Hunter are actually in the same race too. Got McAdoo in front of us, and then the first Lawrence of Jet Lawrence, the one that would eventually be a 450 champion, but we would not get to him. And it looks like I finished 6th in this. I'm pretty sure I can't really make that much time on my over-under bridge. Yeah. So they finished 6th in Atlanta, but that keeps our points lead still, because we finished pretty good in our respective class, because it is the East-West combo. And then we're into Denver, which is the track that I'm going to complain the most, because I don't remember the track having that much sand down the front start straight there. I do not remember that much sand in that track. I don't understand it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if Milestone just didn't watch the race, or I just don't remember the race that well. As you can tell, I absolutely butchered the whole shot. But it doesn't matter if I'm gonna just wait anyways, but I just like to get it just because, I don't know. I don't remember at this point in time if I even had had that hole shot achievement, like I think it's like 25 hole shots or something like that. Could be wrong if there's like a whole or achievement for that anyways. I know there's a whole shot achievement like getting your first one, but I don't know about like 20 or so, like every other game would. And they got these people getting in the way as we take the lead from one of the guys I wouldn't think would be leading this race with Derek Kelly. Nate Thrasher is in third. I absolutely could not speak for a second. But we take the win here at Denver after crashing on the hill there again on the jump. So that puts us pretty well in the lead. So here at Salt Lake City for the finale, I had nothing to worry about. I just needed to finish. My goal was at least top 10 just to make sure. As you see me kind of like split through the middle of everybody there, and then I got stopped underneath, which was probably a good, honestly the best spot to do it in, and the best jump and track to do it in, because I could literally just stop and not get ran over on accident. Yeah, but then I try my best to get back up in front like I've always done. But honestly, at this point, I already knew by how quick I was catching the field, I've won the championship. So that's a lot less pressure. Because like, even if you're not far ahead, something could go wrong and then you're just kind of screwed. And there's a chance that somebody takes the championship away from you. Got Jet Reynolds there, that's also a teammate. And also, this race is also an East and West combo. I forgot about that. Enzo Lopes is in this race too. Actually, I could be watching the wrong races too, but I haven't seen Enzo a lot. Could just be because I haven't seen how much of the 250 races that many, or that much. As you see me, we're in the lead with 2 remaining, coming to the last lap. Great lead on Jet Lawrence, comfortable lead for me to not freak out. Because I think Jet Lawrence is going to win the E-Series, if I am not mistaken. End game, obviously. Now we make it to the final lap as Nate Thrasher gets around Jet Lawrence, and then Christian Craig's in 4th, and then Hunter Lawrence is in 5th. Enzo Lopes is in 6th, Carson Brown is 7th, Michael Mosman is in 8th, Cameron McAdoo is in 8th, and Colton Nichols just passed McAdoo for 9th, so now McAdoo's back in 10th. And we're going to win Salt Lake City, and we're going to win the championship by just pretty much riding pretty neatly after crashing across the line like in the last 3 races, but that doesn't matter because we won.
Let's see which riders in each region came out on top.
Yeah, even if we had, about almost a 100-point lead, never know what can happen. Just look through the standings here. That's your last place finisher in the point standings, and we'll see guys in the new Supercross game whenever that comes out. And I'll do a 450 series with that.
They fought through qualifying sessions, the heat race, and the main event. For the 250 SX class officially has a new champion. It was a hard-fought victory. Congratulations, and goodbye until next season.